Hey everybody, I want to go and make a quick little video explaining the A1 uh, worksheet, if you will, the A1, which refers to the greenhouse effect game, sometimes called the solar budget game. This worksheet does have you kind of working with some edibles as a way to go and promote an understanding of how the energy moves from one situation, that being that of the sun, to the earth. And this video is going to focus on the first two games, which is just the earth and the sun, no atmosphere. So things you're going to need. You're going to need a bowl for your sun and a bowl for your earth. And going to go and create a little bit of energy here using some energy units in the form of M&Ms. I'm also going to go and create a little bit of a space on my desk here to be representative of space. And so when you look at this game here, the game does have us working with the notion that every day the sun sends a certain number of energy units to the earth, that being in the form of visible light. Visible light passes through space to the earth, reaches our surface. It is absorbed by the earth's surface and converted into thermal infrared heat. And we're going to acknowledge the fact that throughout the day, half of the Earth is not facing the sun, and so during that time period, thermal energy is released on the backside of the Earth. So if we think about it, in one full day, half of the Earth at all times is releasing the thermal infrared energy to space. And so we're going to basically say that half of the energy absorbed is released, and half the energy on Earth will be released every day. So I'm going to scroll on down to game one. So there's some rules that explain how things work in this game. There's the different games explained. So this game one and game two is just the sun and just the earth. There's no atmosphere. The first one starts off with a cold earth. The second one starts off with a hot earth. And then we go from there. So starting here, first game, you're going to notice here it says sun and earth only. The earth loses half of the sun's energy each day to radiation cooling. And so I'm going to start off by counting out 10 energy units from the sun and transfer them over to the earth. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So now I've got 10 units on the Earth. I'm going to go and recognize the fact that we're at the end of day one and we have to account for the infrared radiant cooling. So half of the energy on the Earth is going to go out to space. So half of 10 would be 5, 2, 4, 5. And now I've got 5 energy pieces out in space here. All right, looking at my Earth, I notice that there's 5 on Earth and 5 out in space. And I can also tell here in my chart, I've got 5 on the Earth and 5 out in space. All right, very good. So day 2. Now day 2 has another 10 units of energy coming. And I believe that was 10. It was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So now I should have 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 15. All right, perfect. Now 15 units on Earth. We're now going to address the radiant cooling. And so I want to think about this. Half of 15. We can't go and take our M&Ms and cut them in half. And so we're just going to go and keep it whole numbers. The chart has already been started there with an 8. And so the missing portion here that will make the 15 will be 7. And so I'm going to release 7 to space. So 2, 4, 6, and 7. So 7 are going to go out to space, and I should be left with 8 left on Earth. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 left on Earth. All right. That's day 2. So now we can see here that the temperature in this third column, the temperature of the Earth is increasing. There's a cooler Earth. It's starting to warm up. And it doesn't necessarily represent 5 degrees or 8 degrees. It's a represented amount, a unit of thermal energy that's now trapped on Earth, if you will. So we're going to go to day 3, and we're going to start to see what happens. So another 10, 2, 4, 6, and 8. And so now I should have 18 on Earth. Cutting 18 in half, however, is pretty easy. That's going to be 9 and 9. And so I'm going to have 9 and 9. And so I'm going to take 9 off of Earth and put it out to space. That was 3, 6, and 9. So I should have 9 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There we go. All right. And so now I've got 9 and 9 on Earth. Bravo. All right. So you're going to keep doing this, and I would recommend that you keep doing this until you get to a point where the Earth's temperature stops changing and keeps looping. When you get to that point, the game is over. So that's game one. Now, game two starts a little bit different. Game two actually starts with the Earth a little bit warmer. Now, this is still a young Earth, but it's an Earth that has experienced a lot of meteors and asteroids and planetoids, and so the overall thermal energy of the Earth on the surface, at least, is much higher. And so we're going to say it's a warmer Earth. And so the game says start the Earth at 20. So there's 9 here. Yep, 9, 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. And so we're going to start with 20 on Earth here. And again, we're going to start by just addressing each day. We're going to go and send another 10 to the Earth. And so, starting off with 20 on the Earth, I send 10 more. 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. So now, if I had 20 and I add 10 more, I should be up to 30. So 30 energy units on Earth. Again, every day the Earth goes and releases half of its energy. So half of 30 would be 15. You'll notice our chart's already been filled in, 15 and 15. So I'll take out 15. So we got 3, 6, 9, 12, and 15. All right, so 15 on Earth, 15 out to space, day 2. So again, automatically, I hope you're seeing what's happening. We started with 20, and we're already down to 15 on Earth. So I'm going to add another 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So 15 plus 10, 25. Cut 25 in half. Well, I've already gotten a 12 there, which means I have to come up with a number that added to 12 gets me to 25. That's going to be 13. And so I'm going to put a 13 in this chart right over here. All right, 13. So I need to take 13 out. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and 13. All right, so I should have 12 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12. All righty. Excellent. So day 3. Add another 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And so 12 plus 10 is 22. And so now I'm up to 22. On Earth, I need to go and cut 22 in half. 22 cut in half, it's going to be 11. So I'm going to go and put 11 here and 11 there. All right. So your goal is to keep doing this for 2 more days. Actually, I think it might be 3 more days. Yep, 3 more days until you notice what happens to, again, the temperature. And again, you're trying to identify whether or not the temperature is changing. All right. Make sure you're answering the 2 questions that occur in between games 1 and game 2. And the next video will be for games 3 and 4. All right. Thanks a lot, guys.